Welcome to this short yoga practice, 10 minutes roughly, just a short practice you could do in the mornings or in the evenings, just to invigorate the body, stretch out through the whole body. So we're going to start actually by coming into a toe stretch, which I know you all love. So I'm going to lift my knees slightly on a block, just because my toes don't particularly appreciate this position for very long. We're not here for very long, but if you lift the knees slightly, it just takes the pressure off a little bit off the toes. So tuck all of the toes, making sure the little toes are also included in that. We're just going to roll through the arms and the shoulders. So let's just start by rolling the shoulders back and then start to include the arms, so making the circle slightly bigger. Keeping the arms nice and soft, shoulders bent. Not shoulders bent, elbows bent. That'd be better, wouldn't it? And then start to bring the arms slightly wider. And let's take it the other way. So again, make it small to start with. And then slowly make the arms a bit bigger, extending through the elbows a little bit. Still keep them soft. And we're just warming up a little bit through the shoulder joint. Lovely, one more. Now let's come down off the knees, because my toes don't want to be there much longer really. We're going to come down to sit on the heels, but you could sit cross-legged if you prefer. We're just going to come to some seated cat and cow. So we're going to start with the hands on the thighs, sitting up nice and tall. Take an inhale, you're going to push the chest forwards, bring the gaze up, broaden through the chest. A little back bend here. Exhale, round through the spine. So you draw the belly in. Inhale, chest comes forwards, gaze up. Exhale, round. Last one, inhale. Shoulders could even, or shoulders, elbows could even come back slightly, draw the chest forwards. Exhale. Let's walk the hands forwards, come into all fours. So set yourself up on all fours with the wrists under the shoulders, knees under hips. And you're going to walk the hands forwards. The hips are going to stay over the knees, they're not moving. You're going to come down to puppy. So you're going to stretch through the back of the body, bring the head onto the floor, onto a block. But your hips stay nice and high. You can keep the arms activated, so extending through the elbows, or you might want to relax the elbows onto the floor. Take a couple of breaths here in puppy. Feel that stretch down the back of the body, through the armpits. And then come up slowly, slowly. Walk the hands back towards the body. Reset yourself on all fours, and we're going to step through with the right foot. So bring the right foot to the front of the mat. Probably want to have a couple of blocks here, or perhaps a couple of books just to support you. I'm going to come to a low lunge, but we're going to make sure we've got length through the back of the body. So let's start just by pushing into the ground through that front foot. Draw the shoulders down. Chest comes forward slightly. We breathe. You can have the block on any of the three levels, entirely up to you. Just breathe. Just so we've got length through the spine, so we're not rolling over with our back. We want to make sure we're nice and long in the spine. Breathe. Then let's inhale, draw the arms all the way up, reaching the fingers towards the ceiling, pushing into the ground a bit more through that front foot. Exhale, bring the hands down to the block and send the hips back towards the heels. So your right leg extends, blocks can come back with you, so come into a half split. So you want to push that heel into the floor. Try and keep the spine nice and long. You feel a stretch down the back of that right leg. Breathe. As we come forwards, push that heel into the floor. Place the right foot back on the mat. Replace the blocks. I'm going to take that right knee back to join the left. Come back to all fours. Perhaps push back to child's pose for a breath. Come back to child's pose to all fours. Step through with the left foot. Repeat that on the other side. So bring the blocks a little bit closer in. Come to your low lunge on this side. Press into those blocks. Press into the front foot. Keep the spine long. Gazing forwards. Breathe. Let's release the blocks, bring the arms all the way up, don't frame the front foot, and just reach the arms all the way up towards the ceiling, push into the front foot, breathe, Exhale, bring the hands down. Straighten through the left leg this time, feeling that stretch down the back of the leg. Breathe in your half splits here. Push the left heel into the floor. Feel that stretch. Spine still long, shoulders away from the ears. Let's come forwards. Push that heel into the floor again. Bring yourself all the way forwards. Move the blocks out of the way. Take the left knee back to join the right. Come back to all fours. Let's come to some cat and cow. So make sure the knees are under the hips, wrists are under the shoulders. Inhale, belly comes towards the mat. We gaze up slightly, broadening through the chest. Exhale, draw the belly in. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to neutral. We're then going to lift the right leg, flexing through the foot. Just coming to a bit more of a little back bend here. And if you want to, you can see whether you can reach that back hand, so reach the opposite hand to the foot, reaching up, breathing, drawing up through the belly, and slowly, slowly release back to the floor. You might want to push back to child's pose for a moment. Let's come back up to all fours. Now the cat and cow here. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, push the belly towards the mat, broaden through the chest. Exhale, draw the belly up, round through the spine. Come back to neutral. Lift the left leg. Breathe. So if you want to take the right hand behind you, take hold of that foot. Push the foot into the hand. Feel that stretch a bit more through the front of that thigh. But there's no obligation to grab the hand, or grab the foot. So if it doesn't work, doesn't matter at all, just keep the leg up. Exhale, release the hand, release the knee to the floor. Press back for a breath. Inhale, come back to all fours. Tuck through the toes. We're going to come up to downward facing dog. Push the hips up towards the sky. Pedal through the feet. Feel that stretch down the back of the legs. Keep breathing here. See if you can get the chest a little bit closer to the thighs. Breathe. Then I'm going to come forwards. I'm going to drop the hips down into our up dog. Actually, up dog would be heels lifted, dropping the hips down, but the knees are lifted. Then we're going to push back up to downward facing dog. Come forwards to plank. Up dog, so we're just going to drop the hips towards the floor, or you can also drop the knees if you want to, whatever's comfortable. Be careful with your lower spine. Up to you, and come back to downward facing dog. Drop the knees to the floor. Push back through child's pose. Take the hips a little bit wider, take the knees wider, bring the big toes to touch. Release the head onto the floor. Take a couple of breaths here in our wide leg child's pose. Inhale, start to lift yourself all the way up. Then I'm going to come to sit on the mat. So now again, I would sit on something so that I'm not dumping into my spine, but it's entirely up to you. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to bring our big toes in, almost like you're sitting in butterfly pose. Just going to sit right on the edge of any blocks if you're sat on blocks. Draw the big toes in towards the body, or the feet even in towards the body. Take hold of the big toes or tops of the feet. Keep the spine long, and we're just going to start to open out through one leg at a time. Take it slowly. Knee can be bent. So as you inhale, draw the leg away from you. Exhale, draw it back in. Make sure you're sitting up tall. One more time. Then let's bring both legs out in front of us. So we're going to cross the right leg over the left. Draw that foot in as close as you can. Flex through the left foot. Bring the left arm around the right knee. Right arm comes behind you. We're going to come to a little twist. So the more you hug that knee in, the more you'll feel the stretch through the outer hip here on the right hand side. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders drawn away from the ears. As you exhale, see if you can just extend that twist very slightly. Inhale, soften. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back through center. Release the right leg. Perhaps give the legs a shake. We swap sides. Left leg comes over. Take the right arm round. Grab hold of the foot, not the foot, the knee. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale, exhale. Twist to the left. Draw that knee in a little bit more, maybe see if you can feel that a bit more through the left hip. Sitting up nice and tall. Breathe. Inhale, come back through center. We're going to come back to a central position, so whatever's comfortable for you. So I'm going to sit on my heels, actually. I think you could perhaps sit on a block or whatever's comfortable for you. Draw the shoulders back. We're actually going to start to just bring one ear to one shoulder at a time. So start with the right ear to the right shoulder. Breathe. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear again, last time. Inhale through center. Roll the shoulders. Perhaps draw them all the way up towards the ears. Hold them there. Exhale, drop them down. Inhale, draw them up. Exhale, draw them down. Last time. Inhale, draw them up. Exhale, draw them down. Let's inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Spreading through the fingers. Exhale, draw the hands down through heart center. Press the palms together. Opening through the shoulders. Breathe. Slowly draw forehead down towards the fingertips. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that short practice.